Welcome back, everyone. So excited to be sitting down with George Morris and Joanna Williams of Century 21. And you guys just got back from an amazing event in Vegas where you guys were honored as the #1 office in the world for Century 21. Is this the third year?
So third year in a row.
Third year in a row. No
but
big deal.
Fourth in the nation, actually. Fourth year in a row. So yeah, exciting time. Obviously a tribute to the professionalism of the agents that we surround ourselves with, but more importantly, the awesomeness and the amazingness of the people of Utah who have allowed us to help them. And last year we helped nearly 5,000 families across the Wasatch Front and all the way down into St. George help or buy a piece of property.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Well, and I love that you're saying buy a piece of property, sell property, because we keep hearing in the headlines nationally and locally that inventory is low. So why is that, and what does it mean for consumers?
Well, Jesse, it's been an interesting time as you look at the market. You look back to 2008 where we had obviously the complete meltdown as those years were going on. And then what we saw is that the builders stopped building homes, but Utah continued to grow. Not only from its, obviously we love kids in this state, of course, as we know, but also just people are pouring in because of the economics. So there's a big downplay. And I've got with me Joanna Williams here, who also is one of our top agents in our company and just an absolute rock star. And so she made sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, with the shortage of inventory, the shortage of homes for sale, it's really a great time for sellers to consider getting back in the market because now with the short supply, demand is increased, of course, right? And when demand is high, prices are high, which is good news for sellers. They've got a ton of equity right now.
Joanna, I would love for you to repeat what we were talking about during the break with the percentages.
Oh, so yeah, this is great news for sellers. A lot of people, you know, went through that tough time with real estate. We had 22% of homeowners in Utah that were underwater. Yeah. And now we have 98%, or only 2% that are underwater. 98% have equity in their homes.
That's amazing.
It's a gold mine.
Okay, so we're talking about tips to sell. If you are someone who wants to sell, you have a few tips for us, right?
Absolutely. So a couple of tips. Number one, you want to prepare your home for market. And that's just all the basics. And you guys are going to have a segment later on that, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, but some of the things that buyers look for that really makes a difference, fresh paint, good floors, right? So invest in new flooring if you can. And most important of all, declutter, right?
Declutter.
Absolutely.
We've been talking a lot about that, spring cleaning. This is definitely an important thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, you look at the huge emotion and stress that gets involved in a sale, and you start saying, okay, why, with all the technology that exists in the marketplace, why is there still a human factor to the game of selling real estate? And the reality is, is that you have to have someone to navigate and to guide you and lead you through the process. Yeah. You can manage processes, you can manage paperwork, but you cannot manage people. You lead people. And our objective as an organization is to lead people through the process of living the American dream, of home ownership.
Yeah. Right. It is a very emotional process, and that's why it really does matter who you work with.
Well, I just wanted to ask, so what would you say sets Century 21 apart from other realtors?
Globally.
You guys,
Globally making you win. Why is that?
Yeah. You know, that's a very good question. The reason why I like that, to answer that question, is that it has to do with the people. And everything that we do every single day is driven by the quality and the caliber of the people. I've often said, Michelle, that if I can't stand next to you as an agent on the 6 o'clock news, you shouldn't be part of our company. So one of the things is making sure that we have people who have integrity, honesty, and the ethics that the public expect, especially in such, unfortunately, a hectic and, I hate to say it, but maybe even a little bit of a dishonest world we live in today.
Right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And that's why I aligned myself with George right from the very beginning. I've been in this business now almost 10.5 years, and George was my broker from the beginning. So his leadership has guided me through this.
Yeah, we got our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, we do.
So what would your advice be to people out there who are kind of reluctant to sell their homes, on the fence, wondering if now is a good time?
I think you should contact your realtor, and if you don't have a realtor that you trust, a professional that you believe in, then feel free to call me. I'd be happy to let you know a little bit about the market value of your home and whether now is a good time for those who are thinking about to sell.
Oh, perfect. Thank you guys so much for being here today. For more information about the Everest Group with Century 21, we're going to have them linked from our website. You can also go to c21everest.com. They really are the best globally. I mean, all of these awards, the words don't lie. The words don't lie. These are the people you want to contact. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, what's coming up later, Devin?